Welcome. Well, I'm glad you could be here today. I thought since it was getting close to St. Patrick's Day, I'd go ahead and tell you a little bit about the song Danny Boy. If you ask most Americans if they'd name an Irish song, the first thing they'd say is Danny Boy, probably, and be able to even hum a few bars of it. But the song has quite a history, and it isn't all Irish. The tune itself now goes back a long ways, probably way back to the 1600s. Some people say they can trace it back all the way to an old blind harpist named Rory O'Callaghan, and maybe so. But others will disagree and say that it goes back to Jimmy McCarry, who was a blind fiddler. But at any rate, the tune itself goes back long before the song that you and I know and love, as Danny Boy. Eventually, the tune itself became known as Londonderry Air. That's A-I-R-E, with the Londonderry in front of it. But the tune had been around for a while, and in 1910 there was a lawyer in Somerset, outside of London, who was quite a prolific songwriter, as well as writing children's verses and other things. His name was Frederick Wheatley, and he was an Englishman, by the way. But anyway, he wrote a song that he called Danny Boy back in 1910, and it turned out that it was quite a flop. But he had a sister-in-law. Her name was Margaret, and she was living over in the United States, and she happened to hear the song Londonderry Air while it was over there, and she thought it was quite beautiful, which it is, And she decided that she'd send the music over to her brother-in-law over in Somerset, because he was a piano player, a musician, and a songwriter. And she thought maybe he could use it. Well, when Frederick got the music itself, he began to play it, and he thought to himself, this particular tune lends itself right to that song that I wrote, which was quite a flop, called Danny Boy. So he went ahead and began to go ahead and revise the song and to fit the words to fit the song, really. And pretty soon he had what he thought was a pretty good tune. So he went out and got it published, and it was published in 1913, and that became the song that you and I know as Danny Boy. Now, nobody knows really what he was trying to get at with all the song's words. Some say it was a song about a mother saying goodbye to her son as he was going off and leaving Ireland during the famine. There are others who said, well, no, it refers to a mother saying goodbye to her son as he was going off to the war. The war, by the way, was coming pretty soon. But at any rate, it turned out to be a beautiful song, and it was a big hit in the United States as well as in England, and of course in Ireland. Many great singers have gone ahead and done the song themselves. The great John McCormack was one of the greatest that did the song Danny Boy. And of course, even Elvis Presley, who said, by the way, that the song Danny Boy must have been written by the angels. It was so beautiful. But if you'd like to hear a nice version of this particular song, just stay with the website. Go over to where the videos are for Bill Tucker. And he'll go ahead or download the CD from here, and you'll get it for a pretty good price if you look closely. Now, the next month, I'm going to do another song and tell you the history about it too. In the meantime, you have a blessed day now.